How's it going, Keller Williams? Ran into some technical difficulties with my AirPlay, which I finally figured out, and decided I should record this and post it later. So I'm going to do that. What I wanted to go over is basically a walkthrough of the new Command app. And if you haven't been using it yet, it's basically going to be how you can manage your business on the go. We were using Kelly beforehand, and now we are going to be using the Command app. And you can see here, very nicely laid out. We have the Command app, which I will click into right now. If you're not familiar with this, I'm going to log out and we're going to start from scratch. So essentially, we're using our same command credentials to log in. Anything you would use to go into MyKW, if you're familiar with that phrase, we're going to use the same exact login. And I'm going to type in my username and password here. We're just going to log in. If you're on an iPhone, I would highly recommend setting your Face ID on. That way you don't have to have it constantly remember your password. You can log in just with Face ID. I think it'll make it a lot easier for you. So as soon as you log in, you'll notice I'm taken to this dashboard, and this dashboard may look familiar. It's going to have a very similar look and feel to the dashboard on Command for your desktop, in which case you'll see some at-a-glance information. You have your contact tasks that are due, and right now I don't have any. However, if I did, you will see that anything due today or coming up or that are past due are going to appear on the top here as contact tasks. Who to contact. So if you have leads coming in, if they're coming in via your team lead routing, or if they're coming in from any of your Facebook ads that you have been running, or even from your website, all those will appear on this who to contact menu. You'll also notice it will show me who is recently active. So if somebody happened to visit my website, or if it was somebody that I happened to reach out to or speaking to, they will appear here as recently active as well. One other thing you'll also notice here on the bottom is things to know. So you have birth dates, you have anniversary reminders, and then of course you have profit share. Previously, we had to actually call out to Kelly to get our profit share amount. So now it's nice and transparent. I'm having a bad month. You can see I got $0. However, if you want to see some of that at a glance, you'll be able to view that for your past month. Super useful. On the top, you'll also notice we have a notification bell, very similar to how it was with Kelly as well. But if we click on that, this will show any sort of new notifications we have. You'll notice that it's also useful for giving you compliance updates. So in this case, I had appliance request rejected or returned, in which case I can go into Command and I can review that. Unfortunately, right now, you can't do your compliance on the app, but that could come soon. So right now, it's just going to be mainly for updating me on any of the notifications. If we go down to the bottom, there's only going to be a handful of icons here. So it's very clean. It's very straightforward. Now, the three that you currently have available are going to be your contacts, which is the button to the right here. We have our tasks, and then we do have a menu here to swap between profiles. So you'll notice that I can go ahead and I can look at my profile here. I can also look at my lead pool if I am on a team. And I could also go into the last version here. And if I'm on a team, I can switch between those accounts. And you'll notice that now it says swapped to my team profile, or my personal profile rather, sorry. So let's go and start with contacts. I'm going to click into my contacts here, and you'll notice that I currently have them set up where it's showing all. You can also filter this. There are some filters as well. We can do this by different types of sorting, kind of like you would in Command. You can apply that. You can see any of my last active. You'll also notice that I can sort it up here by recently active as well, which is really nice. And we also have our smart views. So we can switch between the smart views that we've created. And let's just use my agent list, which right now it's not showing me anything. Let's cancel that out. There we go. So you can see here any of my new agents or any list of agents that I currently have in my contacts. We can also go into here. We can see recently active again. We can also view our leads, any leads that have been coming in, and then we can go back to our main contacts, which are here. So let's go ahead and just do a search for a contact. And I'm going to select myself. Actually, I think I'm in the wrong database here. Let's switch out. Look for my name. There we go. Click on here. So basically what you see here is going to be a set of information about the contact in the detail section, very similar to how you would in Command for your desktop. So I like this a lot. You can go in, you can also edit it. There's a little edit button on the top, so I can fill in any of the blanks here that I need to fill out. You'll also notice that you have access to a timeline, which is helpful because then I can see any of the activity on the go. So this is helpful. It lets me know when I last spoke to this person, if there was any sort of kind of conversations going back and forth via email or text. It all appears in here, which is great. We do have smart plans, and you could add people to smart plans from in here as well, which is very useful. And you can see here, I can search through any of my current smart plans that I have connected, and we can add them directly to a smart plan from here. So a use case would be you met somebody at an open house, you want to get them into your database right away. So let's actually create a new contact. Let's do that. So we're going to go add new. And we're just going to put in the name here as Paul Rudd. The owner is myself because this is my database. We can also see, we can mark them as a lead. We can add in a phone number here. And we can put in a mailing address or a email address rather. We can put in a mailing address here. Let's say it's 123 Main Street. Oops. And that's going to be in Fort Lee. Let's swap through here, New Jersey. There we go. Boom. Same as mailing address. So if I want to have that as the mailing address as well, we can put a lead source in here. Let's say they are an open house lead. We can put them in as an open house lead. Right now I have it under my team. However, it's blanked out, which means I'm set to my personal, but it does give me that ability to set it for an assignee and lead routing. We can also add tags here. So we can pop in some tags. You'll also notice that it has some of my built-in tags or the ones that I've created for my custom tags, which is very useful because I can go in and say, like, this is a lead. This is somebody maybe looking in Harrison, and they are also a buyer. We can go up to the top. It's all in alphabetical order. This is a buyer, and we hit done. So 3 tags have been added. We can say maybe their preferred method of contact is email or text. And we can scroll all the way down. We can add additional information like birth dates, home anniversaries, and then we can hit save. And that will create a new contact. Now we're back in the screen we were just at before. You'll also notice on the top here, there's a few options available for you to do as well. So you can actually call. You can see here I can make a phone call from out of Command app. And this is going to call from your primary phone device. So if you're on an Android phone, very similar. And this will log that as an interaction, which is great. You can text out of here. You'll also notice that you will soon be able to text out of Twilio from here. And the Twilio chat log will be available for you to use through the Command app. That's coming soon. However, from default, you can text out of your phone directly. You'll notice I can send from my device. You can also send an email. And then one thing that I also like here, if you click these 3 little dots, you can actually move this contact to your phone. So let's say this becomes a contact you want to reach out to later on from just your phone device, or if you had some other things you needed to send them directly, super easy to do from here. You can also share your command app link to them as well, or KW app rather, that's going to be the consumer app. And then again, we do have those features over here like the timeline. We can see that they've been subscribed to a neighborhood because we did add that address in, as you recall. We can also additionally, we can add them to those smart plans. We could leave notes and we can just say, this is an open house lead. And then we can also create tasks from here. And this is another feature of the command app that is primarily focused on is going to be your tasks. So in addition to having a task manager, you can also set up the tasks from the contact. And let's say we're going to follow up. And we're going to say, reach out about open house. We can put a due date on there. We can also mark this as a call task, which means when this is due, it's going to ask me, hey, make sure you call Paul today. We'll save that. So now we have a task that is created. We can also refresh this. You'll notice that it's currently due today. We can also edit this. We can say, well, it wasn't due today. We can do it for tomorrow. You'll notice that it says all day. If I need to change that, maybe it has to be tomorrow, but we're going to call them in the morning at 10 a.m. We can save that as well. There you go. So we have a call task that's due tomorrow. I just refreshed it. You'll notice that the little bubble on the top has changed to say due tomorrow. And now I know that I have to follow up with Paul tomorrow. Additionally, if I go back to my home screen, you'll notice that the home screen has changed and it lets me know that I have a task that's due on tomorrow. We can see due soon. And click on it. There you go. And there is one that says past due. I can also mark that as completed. And then that one is good to go. In this case, we did mark this as a call task. And it's saying, we can put in here, set an appointment for Jan 15. There we go. So now that one is finished. You'll also notice here some other additional things have changed in my personal. Who to contact. I have 3 leads that I haven't spoken to yet. Tom Cruise, we got to start looking at houses. John Smith, we got Nicole. Those are people that I have to reach out to. I also have a recently active lead, which would be Nicole as well. We can take a look and see what she's been up to. And it looks like she's been sent one of the smart plans for the neighborhood search, in which case she was probably looking at that. Let's take a look. We can open this up. Once that loads, we'll let it do its thing. We'll come back. But basically, it would open up to my KW command or KW agent site, and I'll be able to see what listing she was looking at. Very cool stuff. And I'll have to reach out to her because it looks like she might be looking at some listings this week. Cool. All right. So if we look on the bottom again, we do have that other task manager that we can look at here as well. We can sort this by next 7 days. You'll notice that the task that's due for Paul Rudd is there. So that will be something that I can kind of look into tomorrow, as it's going to appear on my dashboard to be due. Additionally, if I'm using any opportunities, the opportunity tasks will also appear here, in which case I don't have any right now, but if I did, they will also appear here. The contact task will always be showing up first. We can also sort it by call tasks only, which case we do have one for Paul. And that will allow me to see any additional ones just filtered by calls only. Now what I can do, let's go and go over here again. I want to see if there was anything I missed that we didn't already go over. So this is kind of a quick video, but I wanted to at least record this because I finally got my AirPlay back up and running. Again, on the bottom, we do have that option to switch between my profiles if I'm on a team. And then we do have different dashboard settings as well. You'll probably notice that. Under notifications, we can also clear out anything that's been read. There's a little mark as read button. Confirm that. And then that will sort that out. So now we don't have any notifications that are missed. And that's basically it. So this is going to be quite useful, especially when you're on the go, to be able to manage your database from your phone. I find this that it will be a lot easier. I think a lot more agents will start using this just because of the easy use. I can add contacts quite quickly. I can put them in the smart plans. I could essentially generate tasks that are due for them, and I can do it all from my mobile device now. The other thing is that it's quite quick. It's very user friendly, and they are going to be making updates to this quite frequently. So if you haven't already had a chance to download this, you're definitely missing out, and I would highly recommend to download it. If you're looking to download this, we can go into the App Store, and the app itself is just called Command App. And you'll notice that it's going to appear here. We can click on it. You can get an idea of all the information. Gives you a nice little background as well. So again, this is going to be useful for on the go. And if you haven't downloaded it, again, give it a go. Download it now. It's in the App Store. And let me know what you think. If there's any questions, you can always feel free to reach out via email, or you can text me. And hope everybody enjoys this video. I'm going to be posting it in a little bit on YouTube, and you can find it on the Bergen County Partners YouTube channel later today. Again, if any questions, feel free to reach out, and I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day. Take care.